Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to another Facebook Live. It's not Friday, it is Saturday. I missed yesterday. I was on vacation this week, so I was still vacationing yesterday, and so I didn't do much work. But we got back today and figured I'd pop on here real quick and do this Facebook Live before I get way too busy doing all the stuff I missed all week tomorrow. And today I just wanted to continue on with our series on some of the key pillars to an ancestral approach to life and what I focus on with my coaching clients, my one-on-one clients. And we've covered a lot of them already, so please go back and watch the Facebook Lives or YouTube videos where these are all posted as well if you want to find out some of the other different pillars that I focus on. We only have two more left, so one more today, and then next week will be the last one. But today's pillar we're going to talk about is social connection. So social connection is kind of a weird one, right? We don't often think about when it comes about what makes someone healthy, their social life, right? But I think it's becoming quite important nowadays, actually, and particularly over the last few months. But there are several studies that have been done that show people with strong social connection in their life and interact with other people, other humans, that they tend to live longer, regardless of anything else, diet or anything, or any other exercise, any other kind of healthy habit. All things being equal, if you have a better social relationships in your life, then you're more likely to live long, right? Live longer. And I think that's because we evolved in communities. We evolved in tribes. We've always had social connections, and just like some of the other pillars that we've talked about so far, there's a bit of a mismatch in recent history with these things, from everything from nutrition to movement and even social connection, because now we live a lot more isolated lives. And again, technology has allowed us has kind of not allowed us, but has given us the opportunity to be less social and more isolated. Even though it's just very recently that this has kind of happened too. It's the advent of the internet and whatnot, where we can interact via text and not necessarily face-to-face interactions or even speaking to anyone. First started off with the phone, but now with the internet and cell phones and text messaging, and we do a fair amount of communication with other people, not face to face and not actually even speaking at all, which is very foreign to us, right? We've never evolved in this situation where we don't see other people, or we don't, speak to other people. And so social connection is a very important thing. It does play, an important role in our immune system. Actually, our immune system can tell whether we are around another community or not, and it changes the way it behaves based on that, right? So if you're constantly interacting with other people, your immune system upregulates its defenses in a way that it's going to be able to better fight off communicable diseases that you would catch from other people. If you are isolated and alone, it actually downregulates that part of the immune system, and upregulates the part of the immune system that would better deal with injuries or traumatic events, right? So if you were alone and you stepped on a thorn or something got stuck in your foot, or you broke a bone or whatnot, right, it would more upregulate those parts of the immune system, because it realizes you're isolated and you don't have the assistance of anyone else to actually battle off or help with in these situations, and you're not around other people, so you're not worried about catching a communicable disease. But what happens then when you isolate yourself and all of a sudden you go out into the world and you do interact with other people, well, you're going to be more susceptible, because that part of the immune system is still down regulated. So it's very interesting how social interaction plays a role in our health, and that's just one example. So obviously, a lot more examples just from a mental perspective of having relationships with people that you relate to, people that share the same values as you, and even interacting with people that are different from you and are and don't share the same values as you. You can learn a lot and get different perspectives from people that are different from you as well. So there's so many benefits to having a strong social connection, a social network that involves more than just the people that you interact with on the internet, but are actually physically there with you, right? And so this is kind of a hard thing to solve as a health coach, right? How do I improve someone's social connection? Well, it's really kind of, I can give suggestions, but it's a hard thing to do from a coaching perspective. Besides encouraging the individual to actually go out and seek some type of social connection in one way or another, but lots of people find a lot of meaning in things like volunteering, or if they're at all religious, going to church can be a great way of just weekly steady social connection, right? Social interaction with other people. Doing things, if you're a reader, like joining a book club. If you're looking to learn new things, like maybe learning how to play an instrument, finding others to practice with, joining a band, or singing or in a choir or something like that. Easy one that most people should be able to do is like if you is to try and schedule some time with friends or significant others to do just a date night, have a night out, and enjoy yourselves and be around other people. If you are an athlete, working with possibly mentoring another young athlete trying to get into the sport that you're into, and helping them get started and show them the ropes is probably a great thing to do. There's a number of different options, right? Joining, going to your local farmers market, or running on some type of board for a nonprofit organization, or helping children or needy people in your life. That kind of falls more under the volunteering part of it. Or maybe joining like a hiking club, or a club that might work on trail maintenance, or stuff like that, right? Or even really, in these times, ever since COVID has started, I find a lot more people outside, and I actually do talk to a lot more of my neighbors, because everyone happens to be outside now, and just so going for a walk around your neighborhood is a good opportunity to have some social interaction, even just saying hi and chatting with the people around you. But getting to know your neighbors if you live in a neighborhood, that's another good option as well. So this is another thing that I strive to work with on people, and make sure that they have adequate social connection, social support. To be honest with you, most people I've worked with so far do have a very good social connection. There, a lot of people have been involved with. A lot of my clients have been involved with churches. A lot of athletes have other people that they train with, or clubs that they belong to. Me personally, I love to go and work out once a week with other OCR athletes. I love to, like I said, I go for playing walks around my neighborhood, and I interact with people there. I try when I can to do, nights out with friends and family. I personally strive to get social interaction and connection throughout my week in various different ways. Lots of clients have been very successful with this. They usually always have a strong relationship of some kind, a significant other that is always supportive, and have plenty of friends and stuff like that. But I know a lot of people can struggle with this, and they kind of get stuck in this, just working all the time and not having time to go out and enjoy the company of other people, or they find it hard to relate to other people or whatnot. It can be a tough thing to do. So If you're struggling with this and you don't have the social interaction that you want in your life and you feel like you could do better, please, by all means, reach out. I'm happy to help and throw some ideas around with you. And, you can direct message me if you want to do it privately. You can leave a comment. Encourage everyone to sign up for the newsletter where we're putting out great stuff every week. I just got done with a week-long series talking about all of these different ancestral lifestyle topics and how it relates to athletes, and talking about how I work on it with various athletes that I'm working with. That email series just wrapped up this week. I have a couple of great blog posts lined up for the next few weeks for people like that. I'm going to do a blog post about vacationing and working out on vacation, because I just got done doing that, and I just wanted to share some experiences and some of my thoughts on doing that as well, because I know it's something people like to struggle, or people often struggle with too. So please sign up for the newsletter. You go to rjbhealth.coach. There's a link to the newsletter to sign up at the top. Do that, and you'll get at least once a week email of useful content, if not more. I promise it's just useful stuff, actionable stuff that I hope you can actually apply to your life for free. And I think everyone has found it pretty useful so far. I've gotten a lot of good feedback from that. If you're interested in one-on-one coaching, please also reach out. I'm happy to talk to you about that. There's a link right on the homepage of my website to schedule a call with me, and you can do that as well. And with that, I will talk to everyone next week. I hope you have had a good week and have a good upcoming week. I'll be back next Friday to talk about the part 7, the last pillar of the ancestral lifestyle approach that I work on with my clients. Talk to you then. Have a good week.